Hi there, welcome to my channel. I'm Jennifer King. I'm a licensed professional counselor in the state of Pennsylvania, and I also offer personal and professional coaching in person and via telehealth everywhere. This video is my introduction, so bear with me, but I just like to provide some initial background so you can decide whether myself and my channel would be a good fit for you. And also, forgive me, but I do have some notes. I just didn't want to forget anything important that I wanted to convey. As a therapist, I specialize in the treatment of trauma and abuse and the highly correlated disorders of anxiety, depression, and, believe it or not, ADD and ADHD. I also help clients with adjustment issues and difficulties relating to life transitions, including grief, aging, divorce, parenthood, job change, you name it. And I also commonly work with individuals who come to me feeling just stuck, directionless, hopeless, and overwhelmed, or those who are lacking a sense of meaning and purpose. And that's not just that's everything. I also work with my clients to attend to the ways that these very individual and personal struggles impact their family and their other attachment relationships. Sorry, that's my dog sneezing. As a coach, I help cultivate personal and professional skills relating to effective interpersonal communication, conflict resolution, time management, and goal achievement, discovering the psychological and the very real practical and logistical roadblocks to motivation, momentum, and productivity. And before I forget, I want to mention that please feel free to list in the comments, below, post questions, make some notes about things, topics that you'd like to see me cover, relevant to mental health, to effective communication, to personal efficacy and personal growth. Whatever you'd like to hear from me, I'd like to try to address. So in terms of the way I work, I integrate mindfulness into emotional, cognitive, and behavioral therapies. And attachment theory is foundational to everything. So on a bedrock of attachment theory. And I'll be guiding you through an understanding of attachment theory so that you can incorporate that into your own personal work. Also, I am a big believer in meditation. Meditation is brain training at a real clinical level. It's not and never has been just some hippie guru fad. It's the way to achieve presence, shutting down the run amok monkey mind, the hamster on the hamster wheel, the pretty perpetual lost in thought kind of state that we have when we are intending to go to the bank and we drive to the grocery store as per usual. It's that monkey mind that keeps us, that has us missing our exits, that has us missing a lecture, a business meeting, a conversation with a close friend, most, tragically. If I don't cover meditation in one of my first posts, then I will at least attach some articles below that relevant to the real clinical impact of meditation on the brain. So on a personal level, I'm a survivor of sexual trauma, and I know that many of you understand why this is something that's difficult for me to expand on publicly. And sadly, I also have a great deal of experience with psychologically abusive relationships, several kinds of relationships in my life for a very long time that had as their foundation deceit, betrayal, gaslighting, and scapegoating. And these are probably concepts that a lot of you, if you're seeking this channel, are probably pretty familiar with. And I had to, therefore, do the hard work of figuring out how I was groomed for and thereafter chose those kinds of relationships. More importantly, how I taught people that kind of abuse would go unchallenged by me, how they could get away with it. And those aren't happy things to have to try to reconcile, but it's really an important part of your self-work, if this is a similar history for you. And in many and profound and complex ways, sorry, mom and dad, I am, or at least was, a product of divorce in my early childhood. And I've got a lot of clients, young clients, but also clients in their midlife that still haven't healed and reconciled all of those, myriad ways that divorce kind of spiraled and had consequences, not just the separation of parents themselves. I had thyroid cancer when I was 19, and that's something that I consider an amazingly well-timed gift, because it made me appreciate my life henceforth at a profoundly deeper level. And I also survived 24 years of marriage. I also have, I raised two amazing boys, both now in their early 20s. Oh my God. And gobs of fur babies. I have master's degrees in communications and professional counseling, of course, which not incidentally was a midlife transition for me. And I talk to my clients a lot about burning the script that binds us. I talk to a lot of young people about that, not having to follow or abide by some cultural script. And then embracing change and making changes at every age. And having the courage to do so. We keep growing and growing and growing until we don't. I started my career in the field of communications and worked for several years in New York City and in the greater Philadelphia area, in the healthcare sector, public relations, before going back to school for counseling. And second to raising my boys, becoming a counselor is, in the bottom of my heart, the fulfillment of my life's highest purpose. And it is a calling that I answered, not a day too late, honestly. Right on time, not a day too late. It may sound strange, but I feel extraordinarily blessed and grateful, not for the more painful experiences of my life per se, specifically, because those are things that we would not choose, but for the insights, the growth, the perspective, the wisdom, the empathy that those experiences afforded me. So on this channel, I hope to share my personal and professional insights, gleaned from my practice, from my work with my beautiful and complex clients, and from my many beautiful and blessed and sometimes painful years on this earth. And with my whole heart, I am excited and deeply honored to have a platform to help you explore your inner and outer world. I hope in a more effective and profound way than maybe you've been able to do so on your own in the past, and to help you navigate your mental health struggles and your everyday challenges. So it's my sincere wish that I can help you harness and channel your own suffering and pain, and transform it into meaning, inspiration, and power. So please be patient while I generate content and figure out my lighting, etc. And if my videos, if my posts resonate with you, please don't forget to like and subscribe, or subscribe below. Not quite sure. So anyway, until I see you again, thank you. Bye-bye.